We fight for king and country today, men, as we are back in NTW 3, the mod for Napoleon Total War 3, and we have the British here at Borodino, a very unhistorical scenario here today. Well, yes, we have the British here fighting alongside the Swedes and the Russians at Borodino. Clearly the Russians have called upon their allies to come and defend the motherland, which is now being attacked by, we have Napoli, we have the Rhineland, and we also have the French Imperial Guard here today in a 3v3 Napoleon Total War battle for you today. This is, like I said, with the NTW3 mod. It is a glorious battle sent in by a member of the Discord. And yeah, this is certainly a very, very excellent, certainly one of like his better games he's said that he's ever played. So I'm definitely expecting some great tactics here being used. As you can see, this Napoli line infantry here getting fired upon. It's just like a guard unit, Guard Real here. It's a good unit to hit. They kind of have a nice uniform, not going to lie, in that pink and yellow and white. Looks quite attractive. Kind of looks a bit Neapolitan, like their ice cream. Oh god, another unit being hit there. But if you are enjoying seeing Napoleon Total War 3 at the moment on the channel, I would like to see some more. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, thank you for all the support recently with all the subs and the comments and the likes, etc. Keep it up, and yeah, that's all I have to say really, as we'll get underway with this battle. As you can see here, Naples is looking like he's going to be setting up against Britain. Look at this artillery piece. I say, it's a 5-unit like one. It's a 6-pounder with like 5 guns in it, and they're like set up quite nicely. Like got gaps in between. I love this little formation he's got going here. But yeah, this surely might be able to outgun the British ones. They have another one here. This is the Rhinelands with their. Is it an 8-pounder? Yeah, an 8-pounder. Looks like they're facing up against one British gun at the moment. It's King's German Legion. That's firing its way off over there. So yeah, the British are outgunned at the moment, but we'll have to see whether the quality can overcome quantity. Because I'm sure the British gun's probably better than the like certainly than like that 5-unit of Naples. I can imagine that's not that great. But yeah, we have the Russians here. This is the Guard Russians here today. So we have like the Guard of the French versus Guard of the Russians by the looks of it. They've got some of the light cavalry here setting up, and Sweden is here as well. Like kind of interesting to see them like allying together a bit. I mean, they are geographically in the same place, I guess, so they probably would do. And they did fight together, I guess, at Leipzig, so that just kind of makes sense. But yeah, it looks like also Napoli's all the way over here as well. He's got like a lot of like militia over on this side, like provincial militia just holding the line. You've got cavalry behind, so it's kind of a weak front here. So might be an area that the Russians want to take advantage of. It looks like the Rhineland and France are obviously taking a little bit of time to get their infantry up. So they could, maybe the British and the Russians make a push on Naples, who's pretty overstretched at the moment. But we will see. You can see these Uhlans here getting battered by cavalry, taking a good old hammer in there. What we've got here, we've got a Guard cannon setting up as well, a 6-pounder here. This is the Young Guards cannons here. I love their uniform. Their uniform is awesome. It really does. This period though is like all about the uniforms, in their like bright colours, the musket fire and the cannon volleys. Looks all they do really like. This period is amazing, really is. We've got a 12-pounder here setting up as well from the Rhineland, so they certainly have the advantage in the artillery on this flank against the British artillery here. It looks like it's already given up and it's going to fire downrange and maybe like at the cavalry on this flank here. Who knows? As you can see, we've got more cavalry stuff setting up here. A lot of big, massive cavalry here. Looks like there's maybe no infantry. Yeah, a lot of hit stuffing here. Karasi is being hit. That's a good, expensive target to aim for. Got a lot of dragoons, hussars, more light dragoons. That's a Karasi unit here as well. This is a big one as well from the Russians. 132 men in a unit. Definitely want to put some rounds into this unit. Certainly now while it's like walking like widthwards across like the unit. If you fired now with that like that 6-pounder from the Young Guard, you probably like go through the entire unit with a volley. Do a lot of damage. Got some Jaegers here setting up. So it looks like it's going to be Sweden that's going to be taking like the center. It looks like the Russians are going to go right by looking like where their general is, which is Alexander I. The Tsar is here fighting or like showing up, inspiring his men. Where is he? I guess he's like maybe that guy there with the white plume on his hat. Pretty sure he was bold at this point. Like he's a balding young man. I mean, I can't remember. I think he was supposedly quite handsome, but I could be wrong. I guess you could be bold and handsome. Who knows? Got the Grenadier Cheval here. I can't remember. He maybe. I'm probably wrong. He's probably not bold. There are a lot of bold people in this period. Maybe he was not one of them. But I don't know what Britain's really doing. He looks like he's withdrawing his forces, perhaps. Yeah, withdrawing a lot of his infantry. Is he worried that Rhineland's going to like flank him maybe? I don't know. It is certainly not the intention. He's got nothing going on there. Rhineland's infantry is really making up, like going left by the looks of it towards supporting like Naples. The French are going to be supporting like the main Naples line here. Naples line, Napoli line. We've got a lot of the middle guard, young guard. Yeah, a lot of middle guard. Any old guard, but that's the question. Not I can see. I thought these guys might be young guards and old guards, hopefully not. No, maybe they didn't bring any. Just brought a lot. Oh, they brought middle guard grenadiers. Yeah, no old guard. I guess it's probably like for like money. Like you get a lot more young guard and middle guard for your money than you do like old guard. And they're pretty good. These guys are good. What did they break? They just broke the artillery. So there you go. They won this artillery duel. They broke it. And now Britain's kind of without any guns. I don't know if he brought another one. Surely he did. No one brings one artillery priest. Surely not. And now they can start firing onto like the horse guards, royal, like the blues here. These guys are really, really cool. Fun fact about these guys. I can't remember which one the other unit is. But the blues, I think it's the blues and the royals. I think they're called like the royals, something like that. They change the guard at Whitehall every single day at 11 o'clock in London. So they like parade down like the street of Whitehall every day at 11 o'clock. I don't know if they're doing it during COVID. I presume they probably were. I doubt they give up that tradition just for a pandemic. That's such a cool tradition. I mean, it's a cool tradition, but also at the same time, kind of shows like how Britain is very much holding on to its values. Looks like there's been a bit of a cavalry charge going on here. These Chasseurs Cheval chasing off some Uhlans. They probably could have taken those. I mean, they certainly could now. Look at all the cavalry massing on this side here. Rhineland's going to need a lot more cavalry. You can see he's sending over his cuirassiers now. I think he's just concerned just about exactly that. A lot of, you got like hussars here, and we've got some like lancers. Yeah, they could definitely do some damage. Definitely do some damage. I'm just going to fast forward. Like, I thought it was all going to get underway when I like started the video. But it looked like Britain was going to march forward and Naples was going to like engage really, really quickly. But no, it looks like both of them are kind of just psyching each other out for now. And yeah, it could just go either way, really. There's some fighting going. Oh, this is the blues just being shot. That's a shame. It's a good unit. I've never seen this unit in the in NTW3 before. It must be a very elite cavalry unit. I think Britain's bought a small but elite army. And I think it might be paying the price for that. John Lambert as his commander. Oh, this is 1815 Britain, so it's not even the best Britain either. You want to bring Peninsula Britain, I'm pretty sure, if you want the best stuff. You can see here the Swedish infantry getting pounded now. It's a big long line of infantry getting hit by that huge artillery like bastion up there. Again, like the Russian, we can now see the Russian infantry, but again, like they're out of position. Like they're like gonna have to climb up this hill. You can see that they got their like grenadiers coming up now. These guys look awesome. I love their hats. Just a weird shaped hat. It's cool. I really like this. Look at that unit. Lofsky. Don't know if it means anything. Probably does. Litovsky. I presume this is where they're from. Like. Isn't it Levos or something like that? Something like where they like did a deal in like World War II. Pretty sure, I can't remember. But there you go. We've got the skirmishes underway. Got some of these Voltigeurs here. They're basically Voltigeurs, but they're just in Italian. Skirmishes opening fire anyway. More on the other side as well. Just trying to harass these guys. Just kill a few more. I don't even think they killed any of them. I may have killed one unfortunate man here, but this is the guard like Russians. So I mean, again, these are going to be a lot elite men. They're going to fight to the last man. Or at least I hope they would, because they're Russian and they're guard. I expect no less. You can see that the French infantry here pushing up with the Nepalese. Well, the Neapolitans, not the Nepalese. That's Nepal. Don't think the men from Nepal have arrived here with the Gurkhas. That would be amazing if the Gurkhas arrived. But France here is pushing up with Naples. It looks like they're going to just go straight for Britain and maybe then flank round and go for Sweden. I would certainly think that would be a really, really good tactic. Just hold the line with a small, like, Neapolitan force. I mean, Naples against Sweden should be quite an even match, but we will see whether they can do that. Line infantry. There's some big line infantry units. 118 men. That is a big line infantry unit. Look at these guys. They got different uniforms as well. They got like blue and red. Shows, I guess, like the quality of them maybe a bit. Maybe they're just like not as good because they're not quite matching the uniforms. I doubt it. Grenadiers, this is a big grenadier unit as well. 151 men in the unit, but they're opening fire now. Line battles are underway. Let's wait for another volley from the Russians. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, the smoke in this game is just amazing. I don't know if they're going to like push around with the grenadiers, try and get a flank. I certainly think that they could. I think they're trying to lure in the Russian cavalry, because then they could attack them on all flanks. Because there's some middle guard, like red lancers here, the Rouge lancers. I've seen these guys a lot recently in battles. But it looks like they might go in for a flanking charge, and if they can charge into the flanks of these Kazakhs, they might do quite well. While like the Rhineland holds in the center, and then maybe bring some cavalry across the river. Might be the play. Might be a good play as well. Zoom in. There we go. Look at that. Smoke trails, fighting for the Tsar, fighting for the motherland. Not one step back. I mean, it's a little early that saying, but I'm sure it was the same. Certainly was with Kutuzov. Kutuzov did not want to like give land. Oh no, he did. He was happy to give land. He wanted to starve the French out. He was like, let's just not fight them and let's just give the land and just let them stretch their supply lines. I'm pretty sure it was him that was the one that came up with that idea. It was not popular with the officers of Russia. They believed they should fight for every inch. They wanted to fight. Britain's return though, he's not gonna just quite give up this area here. He wants to hold this village. Sweden's disappeared though into the kind of like into the fog of war. We don't know exactly where all his army is. It's kind of was like between these two villages here. It's now all gone. You can see the British are now opening fire. You imagine that the Guard Imperial, I mean this is a big Guard Imperial army. I don't think, and it's outflanking the British position. They've got the Scots Greys here as well. Famous cavalry unit charges around at Waterloo, gets itself killed. Miscommunication. That happens again a few years later in Crimea. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful volley from the British. Perfect timing to join that one. Looks like the Guard just aren't interested though in like, oh, there is some Guard here actually. There's some old Guard here. I've just seen them. One Guard of the Chasseurs here. A volley? Volley from the Guard? Maybe. Some of them fired. I think they're out of range. The British are falling back. They decided that we'll just inflict a few casualties on the French, and then we'll retreat. Oh, what's going on this side? Massive cavalry fight going on. Okay, so it looks like the trap has been sprung. You can see that the Chevaliers here, the Lancers got into the back and have routed the Russian Hussars, and it looks like the Uhlans are gone as well. And Uhlans and generals under attack? I think it's been shot. That's not an issue. That is not an issue for now. And you can see that the Swedish Karassis now are in trouble, getting surrounded as well. And look at that. That little flank there with the cavalry hidden in that forest. That's just amazing. It's just routed every single one of those combats. I'm sure they got so many kills. And now, you can see that the Russians have charged forward with the Grenadiers as well. The Grenadiers have gone into combat. And they're fighting off against some of this line infantry of Rhineland. But they're at threat. Like, I mean, even though they're like, look at this, they're routing Rhineland. But I think they're in trouble. The Russians are in trouble. They've got no cavalry now to defend this flank. And they can just swing around, and it's not even going to be an issue for the French and their allies now. They can just swing around and just go after anything they want. They can go after the general here, because the Tsar must be trembling in his boots. He's just like, where did all my cavalry go? Where did it all go? Men, form up. Hopefully most of this infantry can form squares, since it is guards. I'd expect most of these guys to form squares, if not every single one. But that would just leave the general very, very much at risk. He may need to dismount and get inside a square, which would be quite cool. But that also then means that the infantry here for the Rhineland and Naples should be able to then take advantage. If they like form square, it means less men are firing at them, so they can put more fire into like the line battles and win them. So it's such a hard thing to like decide. Do you get charged by cavalry and probably rout, or do you take the slow, painful way and form square, be protected from the cavalry, but you will lose that line battle eventually? Or you could just do the Russian thing and charge in. I can see a lot. Is that cavalry moving behind? Oh, that's just the Tsar. The Tsar's there. Britain might want to move his cavalry across. Britain actually has just gone for a charge. I did just miss that one. What was that? That was the King's German Legion's Hussars. They went in. They went after the arty here. And they didn't quite rout it, I don't think. Was this arty? No, it's just militia. Why did they go after that? They should have gone after all this arty back here. Oh, they did. They did get one. Wow.
This building has fallen to
well
the
done
enemy.
them. I did miss that. I do apologise. Been too busy talking about what was going to happen with the flank over there by the cavalry. Is it now about to happen? No, it's looking very close. Very close. They're just picking their targets. Honestly, they need to get the Tsar inside the square, or get him really close to the front line. I'd go for the Swedes as well if I was Rhineland and the French. You can see that Rhineland here is falling back. He's actually breaking. The Swedes are actually doing a good job here, and the guns of Naples are really close to being taken. The 12-pounder here. They brought a lot of artillery did the French and their allies. A lot compared to some of the others. There was sappers here in their pink uniform. Britain's just falling back constantly. He does not like this flank that's going on over here. Like the French as well. Just look at this, sending some middle guard just to chase this cavalry down. This like horse guard just knows that this unit can form square. So if they charge it, form square, they get routed probably. The Swedes look like they're transferring across. I mean, this is actually a decent spot here. You could probably break these 4 units, get in behind the line, cause a bit of a problem. Britain can then obviously push forward. Could cause an issue. Maybe. We'll have to see. The Tsar's being very close to the front line right now. Sweden doing his bit. Have a volley, boys. Or not. Okay, maybe not. You just fancy just standing. I mean, in fairness, it's actually not much in range. I feel like this is all your Russian infantry, and it is not a lot. Not a lot at all. I think quite a lot of it got beaten up as well in that melee combat. We got a lot of light infantry over here. They're firing, just sniping and weakening these Swedish units. Another unit breaking there. 96 men. That's a lot of men left. Here we go. This is probably one of the few places where there is actually a line battle taking place. Rhineland here doing his bit. Oh, it's like Confederation Rhine, not really Rhineland, isn't it? I'm calling it Rhineland, I know. It's just easier. I'm calling it saying Confederation every single time. Oh, they went for the Tsar. The Tsar went for a charge, and he just got shot. I don't know if he just died. No, he like lost like 4 of his his command unit there. Just got obliterated. So clearly Naples is focusing down. This is the risk though. Also being close to the front line, he's in danger of getting shot by musket fire or by artillery fire. That's a risk he's got to take if he wants to stay alive. That French cavalry is still close to the front line. Britain now also dueling with the Neapolitans. You can see the guard falling back. It's like a light infantry guard unit. I just realised, like the name, it's like almost like Voltigare. Kind of like these units over here. Got the young guard Voltigares here. They really are awesome, guys. This is just so much like Young Guard here. It's just not even matter. I can hear some combat going on behind. There you go. Britain's got some cavalry behind. I mean, he's going to get pinned down by this Neapolitan cavalry. Look at that. Pinned down. Just a lifesaver that was. And I think this British cavalry will break. Because I think they were going to go for the general maybe. Or just for the rear of this infantry. But yeah, they were pinned down and got... while targeting something else. So their morale is just not doing well. And now they're getting surrounded. The general coming in. He wants a few kills. They should rout that British cavalry quite nicely. Yep, there it goes. Looks like they're being pushed out of the village as well as Britain. Being forced back. Looks like Russia and Sweden though have taken this hill. They are pushing the Federation of the Rhine back and Naples. So Naples has not got much here. Moving their guns all the way over. I mean, most of them anyway. If you were this gunner, you'd be like desperately loading this gun. You've so many Russians ahead of you, and there's not much support. Where did that cavalry go? Is it all over here? Yeah, there's a lot of cavalry here. A lot of the German cavs there. Where did the lancers go? Did they break? No, that's the Grenadier Cheval. Where is the lancers? Oh, there. They're pretty beaten up. Yeah, they could go for anything really. There's a lot of British Scots Greys like left. Got these hussars here. There's still a fair amount of cavalry for the Allies. They got their Royal Dragoons, Royal Horse Guards. Jeez, that was a struggle. Here they go in. Oh my gosh, they lost so many men there. That charge, not a great charge. I think. Oh, this is the Old Guard as well. Old Guard chasseurs. They should hold. I think. I mean, they got the flanking fire from the Highland Foot and here the Gordons through Britain, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I think these Old Guard are just going to just mince this cavalry. Yeah, they're losing slightly. They win that fight now that like they're up. The Old Guard, they're fighting. Yeah, they're going to win that. British here in a vicious firefight though, really is. Jeez, it's like constant musket fire going off. There's not even like any silence at any point. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Like, yeah, this is just like so like relentless from the French. Like, the Old Guard is not letting up. Well, the Young Guard, I should say, it's the Young Guard here, not giving up. And now look at this, they're flanking around now with a lot, about 6 or 7 units here flanking around, even more than that, more like 8 in total on this flank here, just flanking around. You can see all of the like cavalry that's left in Naples here, flanking around as well, doing some damage. Cavalry here just like picking off targets. Russia's going in deep. Russia does not care. I mean, he is now actually retreating, but he went in deep. He was happy to do it, but he's in risk of being cut off. I think this French cavalry, well, the German cavalry and the Italian cavalry here, they just stand in front of them, and then they can just allow their infantry to catch up and catch these guys. The artillery here needs to be firing to the backs of these guys as well. No mercy. I'd also turn units to try and cut them off. Sweden's like left his ally for dead almost. And the French are in with their cavalry. They've gone in with their lancers. They've gone in just taking out this artillery. I don't know. Scots Greys are in here though. The charge of the Scots Greys. Some of the finest cavalry in Europe. Nope.
Our men are running, sir.
They've broken those lancers. Now they got the Grenadiers Cheval here. We've got cavalry, well, Grenadiers on horseback basically. One of the scariest sights probably in history. Just an angry Grenadier put on a horse. See what will happen. The answer I think is probably, are they all winning slightly? So the Scots Guard though. Maybe they all win. Yeah, I don't know. I think the French will lose this one. Yeah, probably. That's a shame, but worth the risk. You see now the Italians, they're bringing stuff around. They could go for the general. They could go for this Swedish general here. He's lingering on his own. Sending gendarmes in. Get out, take him out. Britain losing a lot of men. He does not have the men to afford to taking all these casualties right now. It's a very costly fight he's fighting now against the Guard. The Guard are just like, their accuracy is probably insanely good. And yeah, they're actually helping to rout. Actually, you know, the Scots Guard are just routing all of this cavalry. It does not even matter. Wow, yeah, they are doing a lot of damage. This Italian cavalry is just not it. It's basically the best I can think of. Gendarmes, well, these are like Grenadiers maybe. They look like Grenadiers a bit as well. Certainly Guard cavalry, Guard Real. Then they're gonna win though. And the Swedes are going behind. Look at this. They're in behind the Neapolitan lines, and they are sandwiched actually. These units retreating have actually been caught out. Like they advanced too quickly to Naples, and he's been caught out by that. Though at the same time, like we said, Russia's about to get surrounded. You can see here that the Rhineland are just gonna surround him, and they've got like cavalry as well that can just pick him off. These poor like Jaeger units here just getting like murdered. They really are. Russian Guard, they look awesome, they really do. I think these units might break. Look, they're desperately trying to get out. Look at this, he's just running through like a corridor. He's surrounded by like death. Britain is getting just destroyed at the moment, having a really hard time. Got the two generals here, they're like holding the line. French have got more cavalry, and whose generals? Oh, it's the General Mortier here.
Men are running, sir.
They need to be careful. He's just running past a house full of like Grenadiers or Highlanders. I think it's Highlanders. Yeah, Highlanders. A lot of French breaking though. There are starting actually to break. The Old Guard broke, and the Voltigeurs here breaking. Need to be careful. Sweden as well is like, his intervention on this flank is starting to turn it around a little bit. Naples needs to send up his last few reserves over here. Just to help. Just to help finish off Russia. I don't know whether it is victory is like soon to be anyone's. Like, Russia can hold this line over here, then there's a chance. Like, there's a chance that they can win over there. Sweden's certainly like helping to rout Naples right now, and then France is, I mean, starting to shed units. So that cavalry, this cavalry going in here is not healthy for the Swedes. This is not healthy. They needed to have less cavalry charge right now. I mean, these British units looking pretty rough. Oh, the general's dismounted. Is he dead? General dead? No, not quite yet. Falling back again. Britain is... You gotta fight for king and country, men. For king and country. I'm seeing a lack of that. Prince of Orange's foot. Or Prince of Orange zone. Getting a bit of a nice flanking fire there into the Young Guard. Actually, look at that. They did get through these Neapolitans, and now they're flanking the Swedes. The Swedes are now kind of surrounding themselves, not by much, by something. The Russians have actually kind of escaped their envelopment. Obviously, that cavalry that was like kind of like there, the Italian cavalry and the Rhinish cavalry was like due to like hold this flank, but because they're out dealing with other stuff, the Russians can carry on marching away quite easily. Which is a shame. What are the French? This is a horse artillery. Okay, what we got here? Just some cavalry. I'm not quite sure what this is. Maybe some hussars. I don't know. Maybe chasseurs cheval. Who knows? But yeah, certainly Naples here having a real issue. Don't know. This unit needs to set up properly. This is not looking at all at the right stuff. Sweden having a... I mean, he's actually getting rear charged now. They got cuirassiers in behind. This is 101 men originally. Reduced to nothing. I mean, they are routing a lot of the Swedish stuff now. They're getting rear charged again. Oh dear. This is lifeguard stuff. This lifeguard should hold the line. Oh, don't break lifeguards. Look at that. They may break. These guys, I mean, these guys might also break as well. They're just charging head on in. Naples is just throwing it all in. He's doing a do or die. So is Britain. Britain with a do or die charge here. Getting counter charged. I think Britain might lose that one. Britain's looking in a real rough spot. He's just like, his whole defense is just like linchpinned on this building here. Looks like the middle guard might win that as well. The grenadiers show. Honest shares. Where's the grenadiers? They need them in there. Here they are. They need them in there. 81 men. They'll do the business. Yeah, they broke everything here. Look at this. And did the lifeguards go? I think they did. No. I can't believe it. Yeah, the life grenadiers back there. Yeah, lifeguard there. Yeah, the lifeguards all broke for Sweden. That cavalry charge and then the infantry charge in the rear. That was enough. I'm surprised. Thought they might hold. You just need to form square. Surely he saw the charge. Maybe not. Russia's actually going to make it to the fight. I mean, he's done more traveling than he's done fighting. He's still got all these crasses here. 102 men. They could just throw that in whenever they wanted. They'd win. Like, whatever fight they were thrown into. Finally, oh, this is an African unit. I didn't realise. This is finally the Neapolitan units did break. That's cool. Obviously, yeah. I guess Naples. Does Naples have like African assets? I don't think it does. But there you go. Still fighting on here. I thought Naples was in a lot of trouble, but they've seemed to sort themselves out. I mean, certainly with the cavalry support, these cuirassiers are now finally routing. But they seem to sort themselves out, and Sweden actually probably put himself in a really sticky position, trying to put himself between two armies, and in the end, it's now getting slowly sandwiched. Russia has been like stopped in his tracks a bit here. Got some Confederation of the Rhine troops setting up. Have a volley from the line infantry. They just killed the officers, so surely that's a morale debuff. This unit should break They got no leader. Actually, to be fair, it is low on morale.
Our men are running
It
for
may just do that, you never know. It did. There you go, mate. I wonder if that wasn't to do with the officer getting shot. Poor man. Wow, and the British have held. The British held their village. Tell me the Scots are still in here. They are. 21 of them left. Those madmen. Looks like they're sending in, yeah, sending in the Grenadiers now. Middle guard Grenadiers going in. Don't think they will be able to take it. The British actually, well, they got more units rallying, I think. I don't think they've beaten the French, so the French just ignored them now, and they're going on to finish off the Russians and the Swedes, which aren't holding up in a building, which is just very annoying to fight for. See the setting up again. Here we go. Oh, these Grenadiers, man. Such a cool uniform.
We've taken the building, sir.
Oh, they took it. I'm kind of surprised. Again, I'm kind of surprised they took this from the British. I felt they had the men. 67 Grenadiers got to hold it though against. This is all foot, I think. So yeah, going off my limited knowledge of NTW3, I'd say that if you got Grenadiers in a building, you're pretty set. Grenadiers, sappers, you're pretty set. They're good in combat. Foot infantry's not necessarily the greatest, and cavalry's not just going in. Why aren't the guards forming square? Why are not these guys? I mean, maybe the light infantry can't. They're sending in infantry. Light infantry going in. They break the square due to that, and the Russians actually charged. The Russians charged over here with their Grenadiers. I love to see the Russians, even like in the face of defeat, they'll still go for a suicide charge. That's the Russian sort of play I want to see. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And they're routing some stuff in the making of all that. What's this in here? Karasi's here. I honestly think the greatest play was this cavalry fight over here. This changed the battle. This actually did change the battle. I think Britain was probably going to lose on this flank anyway. I don't think he had the right assets to beat the Guard and most of Naples. But like that little cavalry unit, wasn't that quite little, but that Red Lancer unit here, just getting in behind, and it basically routed all of these combats one by one with the rear charges. And that was just the piece de resistance for this this French victory. Got some Swedish going into combat now. They're actually routing all of this stuff. There's a way out for the Allies still. They're just firing into the building. Are they actually? Yeah, they're just firing into the building. Grenadiers are just like, yeah, that's fine. We'll take that all day. Just send some cavalry over. You can rout all those guys, but I don't think they got any left. Oh no, they got these cuirassiers. Oh my gosh, and the cannon's still firing big old holes into these units. They've had enough beating already. Just give them some mercy. Some Jaegers here holding the line. On a yeah, is it Jaegers? Yeah, I think they are like a Jaeger light infantry unit. They got the Russian Grenadiers on their right. Are they breaking? No, they're getting shot on the back though. That's not so good. I feel like the cavalry could probably charge most of these units and probably win. Forming like a crescent. These 4 units here are in real... Well, they were in real trouble a long time ago. You look at all the artillery just set up behind them. They could just fire into their backs. There's a lot of damage. There's some line infantry here as well. Yeah, these units are looking low on morale. Come on, Grenadiers. Fight for your Tsar. I don't know when the Tsar died, but he went a long time ago. I don't think they killed any of the generals. They just routed them. These Jaegers can form square, or these light infantry can form square. So they look like they just broke formation a bit. And France actually just routed all of these English units here. Wow, all the British. Yeah, Britain did not have an easy game. Brought 1 artillery piece, and he just like was up against like 3 times the artillery here, if not more, maybe like 4 times. Just like got routed instantly. Well, not instantly get routed, but like he got forced back, but like that. Yeah, breaking like just on charge. Yeah, look at that brutal volley. I'm surprised it didn't break there and then. There you go. That is it. That is, I think, the battle. There's no more units on the battlefield. Like I said, I think the deciding factor was that fight over there with the cavalry definitely made the difference. And also, I think like the British probably could have brought a bit more artillery, would have like been able to hold their line a bit better, possibly. But yeah, this was sent in by Johnny Le Buffon who was playing as the guard here. You can see his losses were actually not too bad. He brought like nearly 2,000 men, which is quite a large guard army, and his losses, yeah, just under 1,000 as well. So well done to him and to Pierre Francesari here and to Francisco de Turb, who were playing as his allies, the Rhineland and also Naples here. Well done as well to Q High and to BABB, and then also to Ricci Gilbert. I'm gonna say that is. I could be wrong. That might be entirely not how I'm supposed to say that. They also did a good job. I certainly feel like Sweden and Russia did a nice little push together. Britain just kind of was holding on against the guard and Naples, but did his bit. Naples actually got the most kills. Kind of surprising. I thought it might be the guard. But yeah, Naples, one of those more unlikely factions you'll see on the battlefield. Nice to see them here today. But yeah, well done to all the players. There are the unit stats if you want to see. The Lancers, no surprise there, getting 126 kills. And some of the middle guard grenadiers getting 118. But there are the kills. And there you go. If you guys enjoyed, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and leave a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.